Hey guys, so Allie tagged me in the, what even is it called? The Perfect Imperfections or Imperfect Perfections or something video over a week ago. And I didn't respond until now because I've been with my in-laws all week and didn't really want to film in front of them. And I also didn't have any headphones and couldn't hear Allie's cute, delicate little voice on the video until I did have headphones, which I was able to get today. And sorry, my brain is not working because we were in the car for 13 hours yesterday, hence laggy brain and scrubby me. But I also didn't do it because it took me actually a while to think of the three things that I don't like about myself and the three things that I do like about myself. Largely because how could I possibly only find three things that I don't like about myself? So I had to whittle them down. So here we go. And again, like Allie, I'll start with the things I don't like so that we can end on a high note. One thing that I do not like about myself is that I am a huge worrier and hypochondriac. Neither of these things, I did not used to be either of these things. When I was much younger, I was not a hypochondriac at all. One of my best friends and college roommate was a total hypochondriac when we were in college, and she drove me crazy. But I have found that as I've gotten older, and now that I'm like, it started happening after I met Michael, and I was really, really happy. And now I'm just constantly worried that something's going to come along and jinx it. As I get older and different sorts of things happen to me that didn't happen before. Obviously, they're cancer aids every single time. That's what I think that they are. So that's really annoying. I've gone to the doctor probably far more than I probably should. I'm not like annoying, and every time I do come in, I'm like, I am very much aware of the fact that I'm probably being ridiculous, but I would always rather be safe than sorry. So that's annoying. And the worrying ties into that as well. Case in point, during this week that we were gone, we had hired this lovely woman to watch our pets, who came very highly recommended, and we met, and she was so nice. And then she's not great at texting because she's not too hip to the technology, and so I texted her one day to see if everything was going well, and she didn't respond. And so of course I get it into my head that for some reason she swindled us and she's not coming to see the cats and they're going to be dead when we get back. That's immediately where I go. And it takes a lot to talk me down from those sorts of ledges. Anyway, so I don't like that about myself. I also don't like that in most situations I'm incredibly non-confrontational. This has everything to do with the way that my sister and I were raised. We were brought up in a house where expressing a difference of opinion, even if done so in a completely respectful or constructive way, was just not allowed. And I don't know, that affects me to this day. I've gotten better. And I think most people don't actually believe this about me because I come off as pretty brassy in most of my writing and in my videos, but I actually really, confrontation makes me really uncomfortable. I've gotten much better about it with people that I don't really care about. Like, we can be peers or whatever, and I'll, argue with you, and that's fine. But if it's people that I care about, friends and family, I have a very hard time ever telling anybody if I'm upset or, if I don't have a problem expressing a difference of opinion now, but basically if I'm upset with people, I'd usually just keep it to myself. And I hate it because it makes me feel like a bad feminist because I'm not expressing myself and I'm feeling like I need to, sit in the corner and blah, blah, blah. So I hate it. I don't like that about myself. And that's something that I am working on. And that's something I feel like I do have control over. And so the third thing is the thing that is usually on display to you guys all the time, and it is how self-critical I am and how much I fall victim to imposter syndrome all the time. I don't know if it's a part of me being in school, if it's this environment that causes me to be this way to myself, but I am, and I hate it, and it's not a way to live. And that, coupled with severe doubts about my chosen field, has been a big source of my kind of ongoing depression this past semester. You didn't know there was going to be coffee, did you? Yeah. So anyway, I don't have much more to say about that because you all know that ish. So now let's talk about the things that I do like about myself. I like that I am an excellent teacher. I am really good. The thing that I am best at, besides I think being pretty clear in my presentation of material and able to break things down for people, is that my enthusiasm knows no bounds. I have no problems making an utter fool of myself in front of a group of students if it's going to get them on board, if it's going to make them slightly more open and amenable to hearing this information, to thinking they could possibly enjoy this information. Early music history, not most people's bags. It's not mine, certainly. But I do an excellent job of getting people excited, at least in class, and getting people to believe that the things that I have to say are worth listening to. When I gave my lecture to the entire class, actually, a lot of them didn't show up, haha, but sucks to be them, because I gave the best goddamn lecture all semester, so anyway, and that was the feedback that, oh my god, it was the best AI lecture ever, it was the best lecture, and I'm like, you're damn right, I'm charismatic, I'm funny, as you all know, and I'm a good lecturer. I'm a good teacher. I am good at these things. If I do leave academia, that will be the only thing that I'm sad about. The fact that I will probably not be in a position where I will be teaching college kids, which I really do love. So there's that. Another thing I really like about myself is that I am fiercely loyal. I really am. If I consider you my friend, I am in your court. Or in your corner, whatever that metaphor is. I am behind you 100%, and there is not a goddamn thing that will change that. As long as we are friends. The flip side to that is that if you cross me, that's it. You are dead to me. I'm done with you. That has only happened a handful of times, and it actually takes quite a bit to be considered a crossing. But I, generally speaking, put the needs of other people before myself. And that's, I don't know. I think I'm a good friend. There you go. And the third thing that I really like about myself is that I am goddamn tenacious. There has not been a single thing that I have ever tried to do or said that I wanted to do that I didn't do. And it was not because I was naturally predisposed towards something or that I had an innate talent for it. It was that I fucking gritted my teeth, buckled down, and I did the damn thing. When I showed up at my undergrad institution, my piano skills, my training, my background was really laughable. And yet I somehow decided that I wanted to do a piano performance degree, which made, on paper, no sense whatsoever. But I decided I wanted to do it, and I fucking worked my ass off, and I did it. And I'm pretty good. I'm not as good as I used to be because I don't practice every day, but I got really, really good. Not because, again, that I had actually, natural talent or really strong natural ability. I just fucking worked and got it done. It's the same thing with running. There's nothing in my life or about the way that I'm built or my genetics that would say, yeah, you should probably spend a lot of time running. But I decided I wanted to do it, and I did it. I took on big, scary things, and through nothing more than telling myself that I could and following through with the work, I took on half marathons and the marathon this past October. And that's just how I am. And so now that I'm thinking about doing something else career-wise, I know that the day that I finally tell myself, yep, this is what I'm going to do, if I actually decide that's what I want to do, I'm going to get it done because that's how I am. And I think that's commendable. So this video is far too long, like all of my videos. I'm going to tag some people. And I hope you're all having a good Sunday. Maybe I'll go run and talk about that later. But in the meantime, bye for now.